I am on the Pier Stocking Scenic Drive, which is part of the National Lakeshore, and I'm at stop 9 and 10, and from here we get a really good view of South Manitou Island and North Manitou Island, and much further in the distance the rounded dune. Don't know if we can catch that on there, is Mama Bear of the legend of the Sleeping Bear Dunes. There's a wonderful story about a mama bear and her cubs who were fleeing from Wisconsin, a fire in Wisconsin, that came to rest here and became Mama Bear, the Sleeping Bear Dune, and South and North Manitou Islands. From this outlook, we get a good view of Glen Lake and a bit of the vegetation here. We're actually on a perched dune. Major feet of glacial deposits hardened up underneath us. There's an area where there's a sign that says, "Do not descend the dune at your own risk. If you need to be rescued, charges will be not, I don't think, charges like jail time, but definitely the cost of an ambulance will be, you'll be charged with that." Lake Michigan, and there's plenty of evidence here in this area of dune blowouts, of erosion due to the wind, the sand, the lake, but also, of course, of life. So once again, this North and South Manitou Islands, this is where you can get a good view to explain the book, The Legend of the Sleeping Bear Dunes. I'm probably going too fast here, but I wanted to give you a view of this. I'll also give you a view of the dune that they say not to climb down, and everybody is. It shows what mankind is doing, how in our excitement we think we can get down the dune, but we do have to get up and it can be mighty dangerous. I'll give you a picture of that in just a minute. Alright, I'm at the next place that I want to show you on the Pier Stocking Drive. It's number 9, and it's right beyond number 9, and this is what people are coming here to do. Many of them anyway. Not quite sure if I can get it, but they start going down this dune, which slants for a little while, and then it drops dramatically to Lake Michigan. Many of the people here have no idea what they're in for when they get down there. For one, they have to come up, but the sand that we walk on right now and that you see is nice and soft, but as they go down, underneath the packed sand is glacier deposits, major rocks, and it becomes very dangerous coming up. They can easily get dehydrated due to the steepness of the climb, and also get hurt from the jutting rocks. The National Park Service here, the rangers have told me that this is where they have most of their emergency 911 calls because of people going down in a thrill but coming up, and they realize at that point they're a little bit over their heads. This is also a great area to show you what's happening with the wind picking up the sand and blowing it all around. What's happening are the trees are dying. Their roots are finally, they're upended, and you can kind of see that's happening in here. Eventually what happens is the wind and the water blows the sand around in this area, and these trees will eventually die, and this area could become what we refer to as a ghost forest. Still some things can grow in here, of course. The sand is cooler underneath, providing moisture for dune grass. But the trees that are growing here eventually probably will die due to the sand erosion. Our elevation right now is just over 1,000 feet, and we are about I guess 400 to 500 feet from Lake Michigan. I don't know if I said that this is, I think, the second or third most famous place in the Sleeping Bear Dunes area for people to come. Could hardly find a place to park. I think it's great that the National Lakeshore does provide an area for tourists to come to see the beauty and hopefully to figure out what they can do to help preserve and keep this as much in its natural habitat that we can. Alright, I think this is it for now. I'll come back and show you some more things another time.